Good day, everybody. This is chapter 18, 19, and 20. This is about Django. So basically a framework made for Python as a website. So we're just going to go through that quickly. Here you can see I've got my chapters 18 to 20. Learning log, this is your main one where you run your integrated terminal through. And then we have our migrations, which is important. You need to do that, otherwise it's not really going to work. We've got our admin. This is just to make sure that our register works. So when you sign in, log in, here we have our apps, forms. This is where we have our classes. So this is where you'll put in your topic of maybe you want to call it football or sports, and then your entry form is where you type in what you want underneath it. So if you want to describe sports or if you want to describe football, here in models we have the same. We just have a max length of characters. We're gonna have our date, time. So this is gonna say when it was added. And yeah, that's basically that. Same goes for entry, and then we have our URLs. What this is basically doing, we have the path of the URLs that would be linking to our views and our index. So basically this would all be linking to certain classes and functions, which makes a path. And we have our views. This is where the index comes from, where everything else comes from. So this is just basically to make sure every function works, and if not, it will say, for example, if your login's incorrect, it will say password incorrect, email, username incorrect, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's basically this. It's just a bunch of simple functions. And then if we go into accounts here, this is where we create the account. So you want to make sure you have everything in your URLs linking to your apps and stuff, and your views. So this is basically how you register your account. And then yeah, that's that. Let's go to our project. Here we have ASGI. Here we have our settings. Settings is very important. Every time you install an app, so say for instance you get Django Bootstrap, make sure you put that in there, and you want to place all your apps above the default apps. So if anything happens, these apps will just override your defaults. So here we have your learning logs, which would be this one, and then your accounts, which is here, and then your Django Bootstrap. So it's basically just like a formatter. We've got our URLs. Again, it's a path linking to certain things, and then we have WSGI. So now that I have my server running, let me go and show you. So here, this is our page. What this basically does is it tracks your learning. So here you can see it says learning logs. We have our topics. So let's go to register, log in. So you can see I've got mine saved. I'm going to log in. I created a super user. Just give me a minute. Unless I need to go create it again. But I promise that everything was made. Okay. Let's try this. Otherwise I'll have to just go and create a super user account real quick. Okay, it's alright, we registered. But anyway, you can see it says hello, then your username. Got your learning log. Let's go to our topics. So in topics we have chess and rock climbing. We can add a new topic once we click on topic. Let's just see here. The URL not defined. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through a whole debugging thing, but anyway, what this is supposed to do is that once you get here and you click on chess, it's supposed to show you your entry, whether you can add, delete, so on and so forth. So let's go. Um, Otherwise I can just show you through here if it will let me in. Okay, anyway, what this is supposed to be doing, okay, is that it will just show you your entry. So it's just supposed to show your entry forms, and then you can add a new topic. So let's go football. You can add, and when you click on that, you can add a new entry. See, now this is working. So we can go football is fun. My position is goal. Did I saw that right? Goalkeeper. Okay, don't know what that was about, but here, add entry. You can see this is the date and time it was added. It is currently okay, it's not correct, but you get the idea. And then you can edit your entry and say, I enjoy it. Save changes, or you can even get rid of it. And ta-da! So there you go. Then you can go back to topics, add new topic, just so you get the idea. You see, ta-da! Now you can even add an entry to this. Yeah, so that's basically what this is about. You just add topics. So what you can even do is like add in all the kind of topics you've learned in code so far, like the languages. So like Python, JavaScript, maybe some Node, HTMX, so on and so forth. Even HTML, I know it's not classified as a coding language anymore, but you get the idea. So yeah, that was basically chapter 18 to 20. Thank you.